All right, college football and stuff here. It is week 11 of the college football season. In this video, I'll be covering all of the ACC and the Big Ten games happening this week. Okay, starting off, we have Miami at Virginia Tech, 12 o'clock on ESPN2. Virginia Tech the favorite in this game, and I'm a little bit surprised by that. Now, I've been fairly high on Virginia and Virginia Tech this season, but I think Miami is a good team, and I really think Miami should be the favorite here. Virginia Tech coming off kind of a tough loss to Liberty, who I think is a good football program, especially on offense right now. Hugh Freeze doing a good job of putting up points and running the offense there. But I think Miami's the better team. I'm really surprised they aren't the favorite. Now, it's only 2.5 points, so Vegas isn't super high on Virginia Tech either, but give me Miami plus the 2.5 points in that game. I think Miami should be favored. Wake Forest at North Carolina, 12 o'clock on the ACC network. North Carolina, a 13.5 point favorite. And Wake Forest has played better and better as the season has gone on. They looked good last week. I don't know about North Carolina. They've looked good in some games. They have played a couple of games where they sort of just did not look good at all. The spread's under 2 touchdowns, though. I do think North Carolina is probably the better team, although I am worried about the steady improvement seen from Wake Forest. Tempted to take them, but just under 2 touchdowns. I'm going to take North Carolina minus the 13.5. Notre Dame at Boston College, 3:30 on ABC. Notre Dame, a 13.5 point favorite. Now, I saw people talking about, so the last time Notre Dame beat number 1 team in the country, I think it was Florida State, so it was quite a while ago. They played Boston College the next week and lost. I don't think that happens here. I think Boston College is decent. Notre Dame is playing well, though. I think they realize how much is on the line here. We'll see if there's anything. I mean, that whole storming the field situation that happened last week, big emotional win. Is there an emotional letdown? Are there players that are in the process of getting sick right now and just haven't started to show symptoms, aren't positive yet? Do you have a little bit of lack of energy from some players who are sick yet and don't know it? We'll see. No way to tell if any of that stuff is going to happen, though. I do think Notre Dame is significantly better than Boston College. The spread's just under 2 touchdowns. I'm taking Notre Dame minus the 13.5. Louisville at Virginia, 3:30 on the ACC network. And another game where I'm sort of against where the spread is. Virginia, a 3.5 point favorite. And again, just like Virginia Tech, I like both of these Virginia schools. I think they're good, but both of them have really kind of let me down this season. Louisville is another team that's played up and down. They've won some games, they've lost some games. Virginia really is the same thing. They have looked really good in some games, they've looked absolutely terrible in some games. And this spread is just the right side of 3 points, similar to the Virginia Tech game, which was, I think, just the wrong side of it, as far as if you want to bet the underdog. Just over a field goal. I think Louisville is a pretty good team. I think I would hear out an argument as to why Louisville should be the favorite in this game. Give me Louisville plus the 3.5 points. Pittsburgh at Georgia Tech, 7 o'clock on ESPN3. Pitt, a 6.5-point favorite. I think that spread should be more. Georgia Tech has not looked like a great team. I mean, Pittsburgh has been up and down as well, but I think definitely looking better than Georgia Tech. Under a touchdown, give me Pittsburgh minus those 6.5. I think Pittsburgh should be favored by more than a touchdown. But yeah, under a touchdown, definitely give me Pittsburgh. Florida State at NC State, 7:30 on the ACC network. NC State, a 9.5-point favorite. Florida State has not looked great, especially on the road. They've played a little bit better at home. I think NC State is decent. Give me NC State minus those 9.5, just under 10 points. I like where that spread's at. I think NC State gets a good win, and I think they cover. Moving on to the Big Ten. Friday night, Iowa at Minnesota, 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Iowa, a 3.5-point favorite. I sort of struggled with this. Minnesota did not look good to start the season, but got a nice win last week. Iowa has looked pretty good, though. I wish this spread was just under a field goal instead of just over. I was definitely tempted to take Minnesota plus the points. I think Iowa's the better team here, though. I'm going to take Iowa minus the 3.5. I am worried it's a Friday night game. Those are weird in regular seasons and will probably be extra weird in this kind of crazy 2020 season. Minnesota is a nighttime home underdog. That's typically you bet those teams to cover. But yeah, I'm going to take Iowa minus the 3.5. Saturday morning, Indiana at Michigan State, 12 o'clock on ABC. Indiana, a 7-point favorite. Michigan State is not looking like a good team. They got that nice win over Michigan. But man, do not trust Michigan State. I picked them to win plus the points, to keep it close last week, and they could not. Give me Indiana minus those 7 points. Illinois at Rutgers, 12 o'clock on the Big Ten network. Rutgers, I didn't see a spread in this game, which was kind of surprising to me, because I really don't think either of these teams is great. I think this is going to be a fairly competitive game, but didn't see a spread. I would take Rutgers to win this, but I mean, don't super trust Rutgers. I don't really think either of these teams is going to be great, but yeah, didn't see a spread. I would pick Rutgers to win. That's where I'm at on that one. Penn State at Nebraska, 12 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Penn State, a 3.5-point favorite. Penn State has looked rough. Definitely not playing at the level that I think people expected them to be. Definitely not where I thought they were going to be this season. I think Nebraska is about where I thought they were going to be, though. I don't know if Scott Frost is going to be the answer for them. He has not gotten it done yet. I'm going to take Penn State minus the 3.5. We'll see if Penn State gets things figured out. I definitely think they are the more talented team. They should be able to win this game easy, I feel like, but again, have not looked great this season, but we'll see. Maybe they get it figured out this week. But yeah, Penn State minus the 3.5. Wisconsin at Michigan, 7:30 on ABC. Wisconsin, a 4.5-point favorite. Big question here. Does Wisconsin's quarterback get to play? Had some games canceled because of all the COVID stuff. Had their entire quarterback room out. We don't know if their quarterback is going to be eligible yet. Apparently, he is still in the COVID protocol. They said, from what I saw, he might play. on Saturday. I do think that's a big question as to who wins this game. The spread is small, and I think that's the reason, because Michigan has not looked good. I said I was not going to take Michigan in any of these games until they prove to me that they've earned it, because I am mad about that Michigan State game. Give me Wisconsin minus the 4.5. I think Wisconsin can still get it done even without their starting quarterback, but we'll see. Last up, Northwestern at Purdue, 7:30 on the Big Ten Network. Northwestern, a 3-point favorite, and a team that has looked a lot better than I thought they would this season. Now, I'm high on Purdue. They have some good talent in the skill positions there, but I've been super impressed with Northwestern. They're playing some really good football. I'm going to take Northwestern minus the 3 points. I think that'll be a good game, though. But I think Northwestern is just a little bit better. Yeah, I'm taking Northwestern minus the 3 points. All right, that's it for the ACC and the Big Ten games this week. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. If you are enjoying these Pick'em series, then subscribe to the channel. I cover every single FBS game every week, give my pick against the spread, and I'm going to keep doing it for the rest of the season. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see those, and I'll see you next time.